The eyes are on the Jersey Shore. I am Vin Ebenu here at the Ocean County Clerk's office with Ocean County Clerk Scott Colabella just a couple days before the election with some final reminders, some things to know the day before the election and the day of election with what you should be doing and what you should be expecting to happen. So, Scott, I know it's obviously a busy time of year and we're kind of in the home stretch here heading into Election Day itself. So, prior to Election Day, with early voting coming to an end and ending here, what are the things that people need to know Monday, November 1st, Monday, November 2nd, with Election Day itself, in terms of casting ballots and what they should be prepared for?
Okay. Well, great. Appreciate the opportunity to make sure everybody knows what they can and can't do, because we want everybody to vote. So early voting will end on Halloween, October 31st at 6 p.m. And then we're on Monday, November 1st. So if you know you can't get to the polls on Election Day on Tuesday, a voter can come to our office in person here in Toms River or Manahawkin, and over the counter they can apply and obtain a paper vote-by-mail ballot, 8 a.m. to 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is it. They would need a court order from a judge to get a ballot after that. So there is one last opportunity after early voting if you know you won't be around on Election Day. And then for Election Day, so we're Monday night, you ought to take a good look at your sample ballot that you received in the mail. And it has a detailed look at the ballot at the polling place you're going to. It has your polling place, very important. And that may have changed, so you want to check you're going to the right place. And then you want to look at your ballot, because there's a lot of offices on and questions that you want to review. And you can feel free to bring your sample ballot to your polling place. Now, once you get into your polling place, and I guess we ought to mention 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., polls are open on Election Day. You're going to sign in on an electronic poll pad, different than you've ever signed in before. And it's basically just a pad like you're going to a retail store and you sign your name for your transaction. And you'll be then given a piece of paper, and you'll go to the voting machine you've always voted on, cast your ballot, and you should be good. So we hope for good weather. And
Sure.
And for a big turnout, because, again, our goal is we want to encourage everybody to participate.
So to recap on that second part, so when a voter goes to whatever school, church, library to vote, they go and to sign in this year, it's the electronic way of signing in. You use the stylus, and then it's, you go behind the curtain and then push each button for whatever candidate you want to go for. So it's so the first part is different with signing in, but the actual casting of the vote in that booth is the same? Same,
except if you didn't vote in this year's primary, you recall last year you weren't given that opportunity. You had to vote a paper ballot through the mail. So we're getting back to, what do they call it? The new normal again, that we're able to cast our ballot on a voting machine. I think the public is anxious to do that again. So we hope our turnout is good.
So after the voter casts their ballot in the machine, okay, submit, done, they walk on out. Is there anything that the voter needs to do at that point, or just kind of watch as the results come in?
Yeah, I left out, go to our website if you have any questions, oceancountyclerk.com, and we have videos, we have links to sites, important phone numbers if you have a problem in voting on Election Day. I left out, there is the provisional ballot. Let's say you go and the poll worker cannot find your name on the registration list on the poll pad, and or for whatever reason they won't allow you to go into the machine. You do have the opportunity to vote provisionally on a provisional ballot. And Once that goes back to the Board of Elections after the election, they'll review it and see what the problem was. Maybe you received a vote by mail ballot, you forgot about it, you never voted it, but they won't allow you into the machine. You'll vote provisional, and the board staff will figure it out. But if you are indeed entitled to a vote, they will count that provisional ballot as well. But go to our website. Again, oceancountyclerk.com. It also has all the polling locations. If you've misplaced your sample ballot, there's a copy of your sample ballot on our website. So just about everything in phone numbers during the day. If you need to call the Board of Elections, you need to call the County Clerk, you need to call the State of New Jersey Division of Elections. Whatever it may be, we're there to try and assist you, and if you have a hiccup, so to speak, during the day, to help you out.
Now, once the bells toll 8 o'clock on Tuesday night, all the doors lock up, shut up, or shut down, or whatever. Or for those running in at the last minute, those last minute voters, is that it? So it's 8 o'clock, they're not allowed in, even if it's after 8?
Right. In other words, if there's a long line or something, the poll workers will allow you to cast your vote. But you can't come at 10 o'clock at night and expect to cast a ballot. No, it's over. And importantly, too, those that have voted by mail and did vote it, but they forgot to return it, too late for the post office at this point. It has to be postmarked by 8 p.m. on Election Day, so the odds of that happening are not too good. So bring it personally to the Board of Elections, or put it in a drop box. The drop boxes that were used last year, they're all over the county. Board of Elections picks those up. Do it before 8 o'clock when the polls close, however, not after 8 o'clock. But that's another key thing for someone that... And just to mention a small snippet about early voting.
Sure.
Ocean County has been the second county in the state of New Jersey as far as volume. Monmouth is the only county where more voters have ventured into this new option. And we've seen an increase every day of the days that this has started. More people are coming out each day. So, again, if you're hearing this and we're before the day before election, you can early vote through 6 p.m. on Halloween day night.
Do you think because there's this new early voting option this year, and that third option where people can vote, as a possible reason why Ocean and even neighboring Monmouth are seeing that increase in voters prior to Election Day this year?
Well, we did a big effort to try and educate the voters about this. Both of our offices, Monmouth and Ocean, did a video, posted on our website. I believe it's appearing on Ocean TV 20. And our sample ballot, half of it was dedicated to early voting, to let the voters know there was that option, give them the locations. There are 10 throughout the county. Brick happens to be the heaviest volume early voting center. But we've done our best to try and let the voter know that they, besides vote by mail, they had the early voting option, and of course we have Election Day.
I know this time last year you and I were talking, obviously primarily mail-in ballot election, kind of your office, the Board of Elections office, turning on the afterburners and burning the candle at both ends to try to make sure everything was running smoothly, count all the ballots, take care of all the business. And I remember you were joking about having some extra pizza around the office just so that everybody can keep their energy up and going.
And coffee.
And coffee, yeah. the balance of both worlds there. Certainly not as many mail-in ballots this year, but
Correct.
How is your office, the Board of Elections office, kind of feeling heading into this year's election? What are some of the things you'll be doing as soon as the polls close at 8 o'clock to make things go smoothly? Because I know from previous years, in terms of updating the tallies of the ballots, your office is pretty efficient with counting things up pretty quickly.
Yeah, we both are very fortunate, Board of Elections and Ocean County Clerk, great staff. And they've been throwing a lot in the last couple of years. When I think of, we had an election a week after Hurricane Sandy, and we made it work. We had the pandemic last year, and now this year we're introducing a brand new early voting. So a lot of changes for the public, for the voters, and for our offices and our staffs. But we basically look at it as if we do 3 elections, 3 different versions of it: early voting, vote by mail, and election day. So we've kind of winding down on the vote by mail. We're more than halfway through with early voting, and now our final piece of this will be election day. And I think we're confident that we've done what we need to do to make this work and allow the public a secure, safe, fair vote. And now we'll be, after election day is done on Tuesday, we need to count the votes, and we'll certainly be doing that with all due diligence, and hope we have another successful election.
Excellent, for sure. And Scott, thanks for taking out some time to discuss this whole election process. I know we've met a couple times, talked about the election this year. Last year, certainly some similarities and differences, but so far, Ocean and certainly our neighboring Monmouth County, they're off to a great start with getting a lot of people out there to vote and everything. I appreciate you breaking it down for everybody.
Okay, absolutely. My pleasure, and don't forget to vote.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't forget to get out there and vote, as the clerk just said. A lot of people going out to vote so far in Ocean County. Encourage your family and friends to get out there and vote. 3 options, down to 1 on election day itself, with a couple exceptions, as the clerk explained. But get out there, vote, plenty of time. Go in, simple, nice and easy. So similar to what you're used to, just with the electronic sign-in. Go in, cast your ballot, and vote, and be safe out there. Thank you again to Ocean County Clerk Scott Colabella. I am Vin Ebenu, and thank you for watching another episode of Eyes on the Jersey Shore.